Hello, so going to correct question 1 to 3 on page 195, which was your homework. So it says a positive number x is squared and then 3 times the number is then added. Okay, the result is 88. Okay, so I'm told first of all a positive number x is squared. Right, so something to be squared is x squared. And then it says 3 times the number. So if my number was x, 3 times that number is 3x. Okay, squared. Then I have, and I'm told when they're added together, the result is 88. Okay, so I have x squared plus 3x squared is equal to 88. Here I know that m is equal to 2 and n is equal to 3. What I have then, part B of this says solve the above equation to find the values of x. So I have x squared plus 3x squared minus 88 is equal to 0. So I first of all have to get my guide number. So I multiply 1 by 88 and I get 88. I then draw my little arrow like so and I write down all the factors of 88. That will give me a difference of 3. So I have 1 by 88, 2 by 44, 4 by 22, 8 by 11. Okay, 8 and 11 have a difference of 3. So I write down 8x, 11x. Right. This here is a minus, so minus 88. That tells me that they're going to be unlike signs. One of them is going to be positive and the other one is going to be negative. I want a plus 3x, so the plus goes with the plus 11 minus 8x. So 11 take 8 is 3x. I then rewrite this original sum using my minus 8x and my plus 11x. So I have x squared minus 8x plus 11x minus 88 is equal to 0. I have x bracket x minus 8 because I'm factorising by grouping, so I see what they have in common. They have an x and I'm left with x minus 8. Here I see what they have in common. They have an 11 and I'm left with x minus 8. Okay, so I bring them together, so I have x plus 11, x minus 8. So I have x plus 11 is equal to 0, so x is equal to minus 11, and then I have x is equal, x minus 8 is equal to 0, and I have x is equal to 8. Oh, sorry, that's gone off the camera. Put the final line there. So I can only accept 8, and the reason why is because I'm told a positive number x is squared. So a positive number has to be 8. This is negative, so we cannot accept the minus 11. Okay, so question 2, I'm told 2 consecutive odd natural numbers have a product of 399. So I explained them in the video previously. So consecutive means that they follow one another. So odd natural numbers, so odd is like my 1, 3, 5 and so on. Natural number is a positive whole number and product means to multiply. So I basically say, right, x is my odd number. And then I have x plus 2 is my second odd number, because if I start at 1, I need to add 2 to get to the next odd number. If I start at 3, I need to add 2 to get to the next odd number. Okay? Right, so in this question, it asks me if the smaller number is n, so I say n is equal to the smaller number, and then it says find the larger number in terms of n. My larger number then is going to be n plus 2, that's my larger number. Part B then says write down a quadratic equation in n that represents the above information. Okay, so my product gives me 399. I told you earlier product means to multiply. So I have n bracket n plus 2 is equal to 399. So n times n is n squared. N times 2 is 2n. That's equal to 399. So I have n squared plus 2n. I bring over my 399 and I have minus 399 is equal to 0. Okay, and I'm asked to solve this equation and hence write down the 2 odd natural numbers. Okay, so first of all I need to get my guide number, so I multiply whatever number is in front of my squared coefficient by my constant. So I have 1 by 399, which gives me 399. Then I need to get the factors of 399 that would have a difference of 2. Okay, so I'll go 1 by 399, 3 by 133, 7 by 57, 19 by 21. Okay, so 19 and 21 have a difference of 2. So I write down 19n, 21n. This is a minus, so that tells me they're going to be unlike signs. One of them is going to be positive and one of them is going to be negative. I want plus 2n. So I'm going to put the plus with my bigger number and my minus with my smaller one. So I have 21, take away 19, which will give me a positive 2n. I then rewrite this equation using these terms here. So I have n minus 399. Then I'm going to factorise this by grouping. So I look, what do these two have in common? They have an n, and I'm left with n minus 19. Then I look at these two, what do they have in common? They have a 21, and I'm left with n minus 19. Remember, these two brackets have to be the exact same signs, everything. So then I bring this together, so I have n plus 21, and I have n minus 19. So just bring it out here to the next page. So then I have n plus 21 is equal to 0. So I have n is equal to minus 21. And I have n minus 19 is equal to 0. And I have n is equal to 19. I can only accept 19. The reason why is because I was told at the start of this two consecutive odd natural numbers. Okay, natural number is a positive whole number. So minus 21 is not a positive whole number. So I can only accept my 19. So 19 is my smaller one. N plus 2 is equal to 21. So these are my two values, 19 and 21. Okay, question 3 then. I have when 15 is added to the square of a number. If we don't know a number, we always fill in x, okay, and we'll figure it out later, okay? So I'm told 15 is added to the square of a number. So the square of a number, we're going to say, is x squared plus 15, okay? I'm told the result is equal to 8 times the number. Okay, so the result then is equal to 8x. Okay, so we just call that number x and then we fill in around it. I'm asked to find two possible values for this number. So I have here x squared minus 8x plus 15 is equal to 0. I brought over my 8x, and you will recognise here I actually have a quadratic equation. So I have to use my guide number method. So I multiply 1 by 15 and I get 15. I then need to write down the factors of 15 that will have a difference of 8. That will make 8 for me. So I have 1 by 15, 3 by 5. Okay. Then what I do, okay, so I have 3 and 5, so I write down my 3x, my 5x. This minus here tells me that they're going to be the same. Going signs have pluses. I want is 8x, so that means I have minus 3x minus 5x. I then rewrite this sum here using my minus 3x, my minus 5x. So I have x squared minus 3x minus 5x plus 15 is equal to 0. I then need to factorise by grouping. So I see, what do these two have in common? They have an x. I take it out. I'm left with x minus 3. Then I look, what do these two have in common? They have a 5. I'm left with x minus 3. I want a minus 5x and a plus 15, so this sign here has to be minus, because minus by a plus will give me my minus, minus by minus will give me a plus. Then I bring this together, so I have x minus 5 and I have x minus 3. So I have x minus 5 is equal to 0, x minus 3 is equal to 0, and I have x is equal to 5, x is equal to 3.